If you're a fan of bold and expressive art, come check out my Patreon. For just $1, you'll get exclusive access to artwork that I don't share anywhere else. Click the link in the video description to dive into my daring creations and unique artistic style. A leaked coastguard log has cast serious doubt on the effectiveness of a key UK-France policy aimed at stemming the flow of migrants crossing the English Channel. The document, obtained by The Guardian, reveals a recent incident where a migrant dinghy was deliberately slashed, yet still managed to reach British shores, carrying 55 individuals. This incident, which occurred just hours before a high-profile announcement of a new one-in, one-out asylum deal between Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, raises critical questions about the safety and practicality of the joint initiative. The deal, which includes a controversial provision for intercepting overcrowded dinghies up to 300 meters from the French coast, has been met with increasing scrutiny. This year alone, arrivals via small boats have surged by approximately 50% compared to the same period last year, exceeding 21,000 crossings. The leaked situation report from the Grenez Maritime Rescue Coordination Center details the incident, which began on the night of July 9. French gendarmes punctured the dinghy attempting to prevent its departure from Caer-sur-Mer. However, they lost sight of the vessel. Despite the damage, the dinghy, located by the Coast Guard in the early hours of July 10, managed to pick up additional passengers and ultimately arrived in the UK, rescued by an RNLI lifeboat. This incident, one of 10 boat arrivals that day carrying a total of 573 passengers, is far from isolated. French Coast Guard sources suggest that even damaged dinghies remain capable of reaching the UK, underscoring the need for more resources dedicated to this sea rescue operation, a burden seemingly further exacerbated by the very policy meant to curb arrivals. Internal concerns within the French Coast Guard, expressed in an open letter from the Solidaires Douanes Union, highlight worries about the increasing use of what they term institutional mistreatment of people in exile as part of these stop-the-boats policies, raising ethical concerns surrounding the tactics employed. Meanwhile, the British Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, indicated last week that France is reviewing its strategies, potentially incorporating changes to its intervention practices in French waters. The outcome of this review remains pending. The UK government, however, remains hopeful that maritime operational teams will soon be able to more effectively intervene to prevent boats from reaching international waters. Further fueling the debate, the Brooke House Immigration Removal Center near Gatwick Airport has been designated to detain individuals arriving via small boats prior to their potential return to France. Details surrounding the selection process and the duration of detention remain undisclosed. Brooke House, previously the subject of a public inquiry following the release of damning undercover footage showing mistreatment of detainees, now finds itself at the center of this renewed controversy. Charlotte Kahn, head of advocacy and public affairs at Care for Calais, strongly condemned the boat-slashing tactic, calling it state-funded violence that puts lives at risk. She underscored the inherent flaw in such deterrents. They fail to address the underlying reasons for these perilous journeys, and only push individuals to adopt ever more dangerous methods of seeking asylum. The increasing number of migrants arriving in the UK highlights a humanitarian crisis demanding a holistic and compassionate response that goes beyond ad hoc measures and potentially harmful strategies. The situation continues to unfold, raising complex questions about the ethics of border control, the effectiveness of current policies, and the urgent need for comprehensive solutions to address the root causes of this ongoing migration. The leaked documents serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of this ongoing struggle and the complexities of managing international migration.